Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley sent a one-word message aimed at Jey Uso ahead of the WWE Bash in Berlin Premium Live event. The Eradicator will be in action in a mixed tag team match in the German. Tomorrow night in Germany, Ripley will team up with Damian Priest to face the team of Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. The feud between the Terror Twins and the Judgment Day began at the SummerSlam Premium Live event when Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor betrayed Ripley and Priest respectively. On X, via Twitter, Ripley reacted to a tweet from Ringside Collectibles by using Jey's catchphrase. Jey Uso recently offered to take Rhea Ripley to Waffle House. The former Bloodline member took note of Mamie's frustrations with her former Judgment Day stablemate, Dominic Mysterio. Speaking in a backstage interview, Jey expressed sympathy for the Eradicator, claiming she deserved better, and invited her to Waffle House to spend some time together. Jey is currently competing in the Intercontinental Championship tournament. On the recent edition of Monday Night Raw, he won a triple threat match, defeating Karrion Kross and Kofi Kingston. The 39-year-old will be joined by Pete Dunne and two other superstars in a fatal four-way match to decide the next challenger for Braun Breaker's championship. The lead-up to WWE's Bash in Berlin had fans across the world eagerly awaiting the clashes between titans that would dominate the event. As always, the air was electric with anticipation, with rivalries intensifying and new alliances forming in the lead-up to the show. However, in the midst of this chaos, one rivalry stood out more than most: the growing tension between Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso. Theirs was a battle that transcended the ring, dipping into personal matters, family legacy, and respect within the WWE universe. In the days before Bash in Berlin, the internet buzzed with rumors and speculations about the matchups, but one particular moment caught everyone's attention. During a backstage promo, just days before the event, Rhea Ripley sent a cryptic, chilling one-word message to Jey Uso. A message that not only underscored the brutality of their feud, but hinted at the storm that was about to hit Berlin. Run. This simple yet chilling command from Ripley was more than just a warning. It was a declaration of intent. But why run? What exactly did Rhea mean by that? Was she taunting Jey? Was she attempting to intimidate him, or did it mean something much deeper? To understand the full weight of the message, one has to look at the history of these two competitors and the dynamics that had developed between them leading up to this point. The rise of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's rise to the top of WWE had been nothing short of meteoric. From her early days in NXT, she had showcased a level of ferocity and intimidation that not only made her a dominant force in the women's division, but also in the company as a whole. Her raw strength, in-ring technique, and unmatched confidence made her an immediate standout, and it wasn't long before she was a champion in multiple promotions. But perhaps what was most striking about Rhea was her ability to harness the darkness that lingered in the depths of her character, making her a villain that fans couldn't help but be intrigued by. In recent months, Ripley had transitioned into a central role in the WWE storyline, aligning herself with the Judgment Day. Alongside Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio, she became a cornerstone of the faction, known for her ruthlessness and ability to manipulate any situation in her favor. Her psychological tactics were often as dangerous as her physical prowess, making her a multi-layered antagonist in the eyes of the WWE Universe. But it wasn't just her ability to dominate the women's division that drew attention. Ripley had begun to focus on the men's division as well, and this was where Jey Uso came into the picture. Jey Uso's resurgence. Jey Uso, a member of the legendary Anoa'i family, had long been a staple of the tag team division alongside his brother Jimmy. Together, they had redefined what it meant to be a tag team in WWE, holding multiple tag team championships and earning the respect of fans and wrestlers alike. However, in the past year, Jey's journey had taken a drastically different turn. After a tumultuous split from the Bloodline and Roman Reigns, Jey found himself in the midst of an identity crisis, torn between his family ties and his desire for independence. The emotional and physical toll this took on Jey was apparent in his matches. He was no longer simply the high-flying Uso from the tag division. He was a man trying to forge his own path, making a name for himself as a singles competitor. However, as Jey sought to carve his legacy outside the shadow of Roman Reigns, he found himself constantly under attack from those who sought to exploit his weaknesses, including none other than Rhea Ripley. Ripley, with her sharpened instincts and understanding of what made people tick, saw Jey as an opportunity. She targeted his insecurities and placed him in uncomfortable positions, both mentally and physically. Her insults weren't just meant to provoke, they were meant to break him. The one-word message "run" was the culmination of a strategy that had been unfolding for weeks. The message, a deeper meaning. When Rhea Ripley sent the one-word message to Jey Uso before Bash in Berlin, it wasn't just a taunt. It was a psychological weapon. In that single word, Ripley was doing far more than attempting to get inside Jey's head. She was trying to make him question everything he had built up in recent months. Run implied that Jey could not stand against her. It suggested that the inevitable was coming, and that his only option was to flee. But more importantly, it was an acknowledgement of the growing tension between them and the inevitability of their clash. Rhea knew she had the upper hand. She had the Judgment Day behind her, and she knew that Jey, despite all his talent and heart, was facing an uphill battle. The word also carried weight beyond just a fight in the ring. It was a challenge to Jey's very identity. For someone like Jey Uso, a member of a prestigious wrestling family, being told to run was a personal attack. It struck at the heart of who he was as a man and a wrestler. It challenged his pride and legacy. It made the showdown between them more than just a match. It made it a matter of survival. As Bash in Berlin approached, the stakes between Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso continued to rise. The one-word message had clearly gotten under Jey's skin, and it was evident that Ripley had achieved her goal of unsettling him. However, Jey Uso wasn't one to back down from a challenge, especially one as personal as this. He had fought too hard to get to where he was, and no one, not even Rhea Ripley, was going to make him run. As the day of the event grew closer, fans could feel the tension building. Social media buzzed with fans speculating about how the confrontation would unfold. Would Jey Uso show up with a vengeance, ready to prove that no one, not even Ripley, could dictate his fate? Or would Ripley's mind games be enough to make him crack? Whatever the outcome, one thing was clear. The one-word message was only the beginning. The battle between Jey Uso and Rhea Ripley at Bash in Berlin would not only be a physical contest, but a war for control over their legacies and destinies. When the bell rang in Berlin, fans around the world would be watching, waiting to see if Jey Uso would heed Rhea Ripley's chilling command and run, or if he would stand his ground and fight back with everything he had. One word, one message, and a rivalry that would echo through the WWE universe for years to come.